everyone. Great morning to you guys. Morning to everybody. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Share so we can start. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Good morning. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice. Good morning to everybody. God bless everybody in the United States of America. God bless everybody in my country of Mexico and my city of Tijuana. God bless us all. Good morning to everybody. Really difficult subjects and really delicate and tough and hard topics that we are going to touch this morning. First one is the attack that it was done in Laredo, Texas, in Laredo, Tamaulipas. The cartel, it's immensely out of control in our city, in our country. And the second topic is Iran and what is going on. This is a worldwide topic. What is going on with Iran, the missile attack that the United States did on Iran, and the threats by Iran to the United States, and they tried to retaliate as they attacked first. But let's talk about first about the cartel activity that is happening in our country. A lot of people, a lot of American citizens, a lot of United States citizens, they are surprised. Good morning to everybody that is tuning in. Share so we can start. I'm sorry if I'm doing lives in my car. It's on my way to go to work, so it's the only way that I can give the news right now. But later on this afternoon, I said yesterday that I was going to be live in a random place at the wall, but it was too late. The light was really difficult, and it was really dark. So I prefer to do it today. So good morning to everybody. Cartel activity in our country. Laredo, Texas, Laredo, Tamaulipas has been known for massive shootings, killings, kidnappings, and extortion. Laredo, Tamaulipas is a city that it was given by the Department of Homeland Security and also the government of the United States not to travel. That statement that it was given by the government of the United States not to travel to certain cities in Mexico. Laredo, Tamaulipas is one of them. And by now you know why. These shootings for more than 6 hours. The first one, it was the last one for more than 6 hours. It's after doing some investigation and after finding out what is happening with the war of cartels over there in Laredo, Tamaulipas. It is a war, people. The Cartel del Noroeste, Cartel of Northeast. That is the name. The Cartel of the Northeast is the one that is causing these shootings against the state police, federal police, and military. One of the reasons why the speculation is that they are at war is because El Cartel del Golfo, the Gulf Cartel, wants to eliminate El Cartel del Noroeste, the Northeast Cartel, and also, you know, speculations are the Cartel of the Northeast. His enemies are Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, CJNG, Cartel de Sinaloa, Cartel of Sinaloa, and the Cartel of Golfo. So these three are the enemies of this cartel, and the Northeast Cartel doesn't want to back down as they are trying to get eliminated and taken over. So that is the most big speculation that is happening. Also, the false arrangements with the government that did not go through as starting the year, and you know, as it was going to be agreed to. More than 6 hours of shooting in the last one. 4 sicarios are dead at the Laredo, Texas city, and 2 police officers are injured by, you know, a contact that we have in Laredo, Tamaulipas. The city is in complete denial. And this is the problem, people, that citizens, they don't understand why this is not a serious topic in their lives. I will tell you why. United States citizens, they starting to realize now that this is a humongous problem in our country. That this is a humongous problem in our government. That corruption now is, everybody's getting to know it. And now, you know, all the world is watching how Mexico is going down day by day because we're giving power to the organized crime. And now, it's amazing that we are not seeing our president give a statement about what is happening over there in that side of the woods. Also, it is unbelievable that no government official has said anything about the shootings in Laredo, Texas. That no mayor, nobody has come out and said something because of the retaliation factor, and because of the only hugs, no bullets theory of our president. That is the most ridiculous thing. Now, is that it contained? Supposedly it's contained. The violence has been contained. The shootings have been contained. No mainstream media is on topic talking about the subject. They talk about, you know, different, they water down the topic. They don't go deep into what is going on. They don't tell the reality of the citizens, what is happening. And this is a cartel war that is happening on those sides of the woods. It is difficult. And, you know, one of the leaders, that is the leader of the Cartel del Noroeste, Gerardo Treviño, better known as the Egg, or in Spanish as El Huevo. He was the one that started this cartel in 2014, and better known that his enemies were, he let everybody know in Mexico that his enemies are El Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, CJNG, Cartel de Sinaloa, and Cartel of Golfo. This guy is really dangerous. He has, you know, retaliation. Always retaliates when he is attacked. He has been charged with kidnapping, extortion, assassinations, and all this stuff. Massive killings and, you know, missing people. All the crimes that you can imagine. Trafficking of drugs, all the specific synthetic drugs that you can imagine. Also, he's been charged with them. So, for everybody to know, this is a situation that it needs to be addressed by our federal government. It hasn't been done by our federal government. It is sad that I'm going to say something in Spanish for everybody that is watching. ¿Dónde estás, AMLO? And that is in English, where are you, AMLO? Where is our president when we need him to say something of comfort? Where is our president when we need him to give a statement of protection to the citizens of Mexico? Where is our president when we need security in these particular moments in the Laredo, Tamaulipas, when they need security? There's people, there's kids, there's families that they are waiting for a voice to feel secure in their cities and in their country. And this is an embarrassment. Again, we are on the sides. We are in the eyes of the world as an incompetent government, that it can control a sect of people, that they are on an organized crime and they can control them. This is because of the arrangements of our president with all these organized crime people. This is the problem. You keep giving them the liberty to do whatever they want. You keep giving them arrangements. You try to eliminate some circles and you try to eliminate some people through other organizations, through other organized crime. You create a war. This is what is happening, people. And I don't know, last time that some of that happened in a city, that exactly like that happened in a city, it was that they tried to take out a cartel because another one was trying to take over. This happened in Tijuana in the years of 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. It took 4 years to try to eliminate a cartel and try to put another cartel in. The cartel of Arellano Felix, led by Benjamin Arellano Felix and Javier Arellano Felix, and also his nephew. They were at war with the cartel of Sinaloa, led by Javier Guzman El Chapo. And it was a serious war over here in Tijuana, one of the most bloody years that Tijuana has had, and most difficult years, when there were massive shootings and everywhere, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the evening, in the middle of schools, in the middle of downtown the city, in the middle of a red light, in the middle of a stoplight, in the middle of everything. Those were difficult times. And I will tell you right now, that war is not going to be in until the other organized crime leaves, it gets eliminated, the leader gets captured, or he is dead. That's the only way. That's the only way those wars are going to end. So Gerardo Treviño, better known as El Huevo, the egg, he is the leader of the Cartel del Noroeste. These operates on the northeast of the country of Mexico. And today, people, we are going to be talking with the candidate for District 28, the Republican candidate for District 28 of Texas, Sandra Lee Whitten. We are going to be talking to her on probably Facebook Live or video or phone call, as her opinion of what are the situations in her neck of the woods as she is running for Congress on that particular district on the side of the United States. We are going to be having a conversation about what is the activity and why the United States needs a wall on that side of the town so they can be protected from this atrocious acts, this attacks from cartel activity on Mexico, and why she is going to explain what is happening, how did the citizens of the United States feel, and also how are the citizens of Mexico, because she lives close to a border, so practically she knows the way of life of both sides. We're going to be talking about that topic. It's going to be really important for everybody to be listening to that topic, as we are going to be live with Sandra Lee Whitten, candidate for District 28 of Texas. She is going to explain and elaborate the feeling about these situations with the cartel, as these shootings lasted for more than 6 hours. More than 6 hours, people. One shooting lasted for more than 6 hours. I remember one shooting that lasted a little bit more than 7 to 8 hours. It was over here in Tijuana, and it was a really famous shooting. La Cúpula. They called him La Cúpula. It was a house that had a big round, thing on the top, and it lasted for like 6-7 hours. Helicopter was shooting at the house. It was horrible, and citizens we at that particular time we were scared. Citizens were scared. Kids were not going to school. Schools were closed. Jobs were closed. Streets were closed. Malls, businesses were affected. Tourism was way down, and this affects the living of the people. So, by me asking, ¿Dónde estás, AMLO? That is, where are you, AMLO? It's a serious question, because I'm a Mexican citizen. I am asking you to please protect our citizens, protect our cities. Please protect our country. And you are not doing absolutely nothing right now. You haven't given a statement. You haven't said anything of what's happening. The last time that you said something about the Lebron, you said that you were going to investigate on the factor. You made up somebody that it was captured, to just keep people calm. That's how you do. That's how government in Mexico do. That they created smoke screens so people will calm down, and you will do something else behind everybody else's back. So I'm trying to ask you, where the hell are you? You should be out right now in the part where the area is affected, giving people, a statement and telling them everything's going to be okay. I'm sending this, I'm sending that, I'm sending troops. I'm going to protect Laredo, Tamaulipas. This is going to end right now. And you are nowhere. It's an incompetent government that we are constantly being attacked, and nobody is protecting us. We don't have nobody over here to protect us. It's a corrupt, incompetent government by the president of Mexico. It is continuous. It is a daily basis. The organized crime has the control of our country, and if somebody gets captured, he is going to get released, because if this individual threatens the life of Mexicans, the president is going to say, I prefer not to be threatened and not to be blood not to be shed on the streets, so I will leave you alone and I will leave you free, so you are, just continue with your life. Amazing. Unfreaking amazing. So this is what is happening in our country. Again, massive shootings from unorganized crime named El Cartel del Noroeste, the Northeast Cartel, that it was funded. It started in 2014 by a guy named Gerardo Treviño, better known as El Huevo, supposedly. This guy is having a war with the Gulf Cartel and the Sinaloa Cartel and the Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación Cartel. They're trying to practically, when this happens, they try to eliminate the organized crime, because it's causing a lot of problems. Somebody's trying to take over that border. So, that is the problem. That is the main problem. And these individuals, they are trying to retaliate and not let that happen. So they go at war in the middle of everywhere. They don't care if there's people there. They don't care if it's in the middle of downtown. They don't care nothing. They go at war. So that is what is happening regarding, that information. I will have much more information of this situation later on this evening, as we are going to have a great interview with Sandra Lee Whitten, Republican candidate for District 28 of Texas, that this happened on her side of the neck of the woods, and we are going to talk about the situation and why she is for we need the protection, and she needs the protection of the wall because of this particular situations. Now all these liberals and all these Democrats and all these Congress people that they advocate for the destruction of the wall, I want you to give me an answer. I want you to give me an answer, because a crisis at the border is not only because mass migration is happening. No, sir. No. You guys don't live at a border. You guys don't live over here. You guys don't know what is happening over here. And you guys absolutely don't know what the hell is happening. And you, Democrats, socialists, liberals, that you say there is no crisis at the border. I want you to look at Laredo, Tamaulipas right now and tell me if there's a security factor at the border. If it doesn't affect the economy of the border, if it doesn't affect the economy of Nuevo Laredo, that is the border with Laredo, if it doesn't affect that economy, you just tell me if it doesn't affect that. You tell me if the shootings over here in Tijuana don't affect the economy of San Diego. You tell me the cartel activity that is going on in the deserts of Sonora doesn't affect Arizona. You tell me what is going on in Juarez, the kidnappings and the missing people and the missing children, that the missing women that are happening in Juarez. You tell me if it doesn't affect the border of El Paso. You tell me all the activity that is going on in Coahuila, the missing people, the cartel activity, the people entering from the Gulf. You tell me if that doesn't affect, New Mexico. My God, your stupidity really is out there. My God, you guys are really dumb. I don't know where you don't see a crisis at a border. It's humongous. The crisis is huge. And nobody is helping us to stop it. We have an incompetent government right now in our country that is not helping us. And you guys are over here in the United States bringing your politics to our country and saying that there's no crisis at the border. This crisis has been happening for the longest of time, for years, for decades. And it needs to end, and it needs to be controlled. And yes, if the United States citizens say that they need a wall because of these massive shootings, that they are continuous and they're happening in Laredo, Tamaulipas. Every day they hear detonations. Every day. Ba, 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 ba. Every day. They think that there's fireworks. They think that it's a 4th of July celebration. Every day. If you think that that doesn't advocate to protect the country with a wall, my God, you're so stupid. My God, you're so stupid. I want you to come over here from your comfort and from your home in the United States and live over here with me. And tell me that the United States doesn't need protection. No, we need to give the guns away so everybody can be at peace. And we need to release the anger factor. And we need to bring the spirit of goodness. Get the hell out of here with that. Get the hell out of here with that. We need action, reaction. And for every attack, there is a consequence. And there needs to be retaliation for every attack with words, with whatever it means. With whatever means possible. There needs to be a control every day. And this violence that is happening in our borders is what has happened right now with Iran. How can you expect nobody to retaliate on this country when it's been constantly attacking others? Like, it's illogical. It's illogical. It is exactly right now what is happening at the borders. How are you going to tell me that I live over here, that there's no crisis and no border? How are you going to tell me that has never been a crisis at the border, that we are okay? That is really secure to be traveling around 9 to 10 o'clock at night with your son grabbing his hand to go to the store, when I don't usually do that because I feel insecure around that time. How do you think the people of Laredo, Tamaulipas feel this around this moment right now? How do you think they feel? They feel comfortable? You think that around 9 or 10 o'clock at night, they're going to go out with their families to go see a movie, to go to a restaurant? You think that is okay? You think that they can cross to the border and say like, oh, you know what? Everything is all right. And you go to the stores in Nuevo Laredo and everything is empty. You'll be like, why is empty? Because it's affecting the economy. The insecurity is affecting the economy. And you guys are telling everybody in the United States there is no crisis at the borders? For God's sake, you're so stupid. My God, man. God, why? Why you guys, it's amazing. The hatred that you guys have for a president. The hatred that you guys have to be against, you want to defend the undefendable. Like we say in Mexico, quieren defender lo indefendible. It's amazing. The level of stupidity of some people. We have a crisis at every border. It is a human crisis. It's a humanitarian crisis. Yes, it is. And it is a security crisis. Both. Two. How can we resolve that? The wall is not the only solution, but it needs to be also immigration reform. Also, our government needs to stop. It needs to stop being so corrupt and start doing their job as protecting our citizens. Protecting our citizens. So the borders and the economy won't get affected. Won't get affected to the United States. And tourism won't stop. Every border lives out of that. Out of tourism. The economy goes both ways. Good morning, everybody. Sorry about that little rant. I had to do it. Man, I'm so upset right now. I'm really upset. I was upset yesterday. I was upset now. And the reason why I'm upset, and I'm a little bit late to work, the reason why I'm upset is really easy, people. We have a president that is an incompetent president. He doesn't care for the security of Mexicans. And I'm watching and I'm seeing, the police going at it with the organized crime. Meanwhile, we got a president that says hugs, no bullets. Meanwhile, we got a governor from Laredo, from Tamaulipas, that is not giving a statement. We got a mayor from Laredo that is not that is not doing anything. And we got a president that absolutely he is not going to say anything because there is arrangements, and we already know that, and we already know how this works. We've been through this. We've been through the park a bunch of times. And we've seen this kind of things. And people, and the ignorant people that they're for AMLO over here, they're going to say, this happened. This always happens. This always happens. And now you guys are complaining. Why you guys didn't complain when it was happening back in 2006, 7, and 8? That's their stupid excuse. Their stupid excuse. It needs to be fixed. And it needs to be fixed now. This needs to end. It's amazing, people. Good morning to everybody. We're gonna have a good show tonight. Be sure to tune in later on tonight, as we're gonna be live with Sandra Lee Winton, the candidate, the Republican candidate for District. Oh, sorry, right there, almost dropped you guys. For District 28 of El Paso. Be sure to be watching that show. We're gonna be live with her talking about this guy. This guy's blocking me right here. Talking about what happened in Laredo, Tamaulipas. And also, she is going to give her points of view. She's going to, educate me on the fact, on what is going on, the hot topic that is right now, that is Iran and the United States. And Soleimani, the guy that it got, killed by the attack on Iran. And we're going to touch that subject also later on tonight, so you guys don't miss it. Don't miss that show tonight, as I'm trying to figure it out if we're going to do a live feed together or I'm going to have her on the phone. So it will be a phone call interview. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Sorry about that rant. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get, and I'm not going to say the word, because I don't want to, bring indecent language into my live feeds. But really, people, sometimes I get pissed off of what has happened. It's a sign of, it's not a sign of desperation, but it's a sign of you don't see no solutions whatsoever. Like, for God's sake, really, you don't see no solutions whatsoever, and you're like, for God's sake, when are we going to see somebody that steps in and says, get out, go to prison, you're locked up? When are we going to see that solution? And it's never going to happen because of the massive money, because of arrangements, because of the corruption. You got a government right now in Baja California, in our state, that is behind the citizens' backs. On the 31st of January, meanwhile, we're celebrating, they were increasing gasoline prices, they were increasing, natural gas prices, they were increasing, the pawn shops on the percentage of value, they were increasing the hotels, the stay of hotels, they were increasing that on the 31st of January. And you wake up on the 1st of January, and everybody was celebrating, and we're like, what the hell just happened? When did this happen? When did all the districts started, giving our vote to the increase of gasoline? La, 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 la. It is difficult to live in a country that is run like this. Really difficult. That you see ignorance and you see incompetent people in our government, and it is so amazing. You're like, what's going on with you, man? Why don't you do something? You see it right there in front of you. Right there in front of you, and you're not doing anything. It's the difference between living in this kind of country and living in a first-class world country. It's really different. It's a different world. God bless you all. How's everybody doing? I will accept a couple of questions. You guys, I must apologize. I don't want to be rude, but I'm a little bit late to work, so I'm not going to be holding the questions right now. I will do a Mexican live feed in a few seconds. We'll do it in Spanish. But I'm sorry, I apologize if I cannot, give you guys a minute or two to answer your questions. I will answer all your questions later on tonight, as we are going to do a live feed with Sandra Lee Whitten, candidate for District 28 of the Republican side of Texas. God bless you all. Stay safe. Let's have faith, as we are. I told you guys, I remember when I told you guys that it was really serious when I said, you guys were saying, a lot of Americans were saying, it's going to be easy for the president of the United States to get a re-election. We got it in the pocket. And, a lot of patriots from your side of the country were saying, no. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. Everybody on 2020 is going to attack this guy. And, it looks like it's all fabricated. Everything that is happening, it looks fabricated. What can I say? God bless you all. That's the only thing that I can say. God bless you all. We will see each other later on tonight, as we are going to go live to give you guys the reality and the truth about what is going on in the borders, the mass migration issue, the situation with Iran, and all that stuff. God bless you all. Stay safe, and always remember, peace and love, everybody, because always your country's first.